As you recall, Set or Seth is identified as a destroyer deity. Set or Seth is the destroyer. And it's important to keep in mind that there are multiple spellings for this particular name, multiple transliterations. But we also find another interesting dynamic related to Seth or Set and his identity. What we find is Set is understood as or defined as the hidden one. What this means is that Seth is embodied in a number of entities. And so his identity is inside of a number of other identities. And so these other identities are serving as sort of a cover for Set. And one entity, as we know, is the entity known as Seth. But there are others. We're going to quickly look at some of them, and then we're going to look at this understanding in terms of etymology of Set or Seth as the hidden one. One of the chief entities that is associated with Set or Seth is Akhenaten. And Set or Seth is hidden inside of Akhenaten. And so Akhenaten is part of that embodiment of Seth, but it is a covert embodiment. And so when Akhenaten was focusing on monotheism, that monotheism appears to be associated with Set. So not only do you have Set being embodied in Akhenaten and a number of other entities, you also have Set being represented as this Baphomet. Not only represented as the Baphomet, but also the words on the arms of the Baphomet are essentially words that translate as one of the aspects of Set. And so on one arm is solve, the other is coagula, and both of these mean Set in one way or another. Now, sometimes it's not clear that individuals are seeing the word set because there are a number of word games that go on with this particular name. And so there is the changing of the first letter of the name, but the letters have the same sound. And so therefore, set or Seth is hidden by using this particular letter. And so what you see here, this Seth R, Set R at 5642 means destroy. It means to hide. And so it's an interesting dynamic here wherein this name means both hidden and destroying. In other words, the hidden destroyer. And here you can see that this name transliterates as destroy, secret, conceal, demolish, a secret thing. In keeping with the other entry, you see at 5641 that this Sothar, Sethar is to hide, to conceal. Additional translations include cover, hidden, placed, again, that idea of placed, or seated, also related to this idea of a throne, and also undetected. Again, here you see this idea of cover and hide and conceal, and this idea of a veil. And we've talked about that also before. And here again, there is that reminder of this idea of covering. And here we see two additional names that contain the Set identity. They mean Set. They are related to Set or Seth. And so we have Set, S-E-T, we have S-E-T-H, Seth, and then interestingly, we have Shem. Yes, Shem is Set. We also have multiple indications that Moshe is also Set. And the other name for Moshe is Moses. Now, while Seth is considered the destroyer and also the hidden one, there are a number of other constructs that are associated with Seth or Set. One of the interesting constructs is the word disguise. Another interesting construct is the word throne, which is associated with the idea of sitting and seat. Set is also associated with the idea of absence, the construct of foundation or the base of something. Again, recalling that it means place. This idea of sending something, forming something, assembling something, this idea of establishment. But what's also interesting with that is that it means establish or assemble or form, that coagula, but it also means solve, which might mean demolish. It might mean destroy. And so there are these simultaneous dynamics going on with respect to this name Set. Again, it means undetected and secret. And here you can see the two letters that create some of the confusion because you might be seeing the name Seth, but you might not see that letter that looks like that W over on the left-hand side. You might see the letter that looks like the O over on the right-hand side. And interestingly, these are the values of these two particular letters, 360.